Hey Star Wars fans, today on the channel we'll be looking at another Din helmet. If you've followed this channel for a while, you've seen I've done helmets in graphite rub, you've seen I've done helmets in Duralumin, even gave one away when I hit 500 subscribers. And today I made one in Alumiluster, and it is beautiful. And I've made this for myself as a little birthday present to myself. It was a big birthday, and I wanted to make myself a kick-ass prop. So let's go ahead and jump right into this, guys. Let's go. So this Din Djarin STL file is from Chaman Leon FX, the same one that I got the Inquisitor mask from. Only this one I did in PLA, if you believe it. It took a lot of sanding to make this thing perfect, but I was gonna do it in Alumiluster, and I wanted it to be as perfect as possible. So I actually sanded it, clear coated it. I didn't quite like it, sanded it, clear coated again. Didn't quite like it, sanded it, clear coated again, because I really just wanted this thing to be perfect. But yeah, so then I get into my Alumiluster here. Special shout out to Batmando. Matt, thank you so much. He actually gifted me this Alumiluster, so you know, making this helmet for myself is almost like you were gifting me this. So thank you so much. Appreciate you, dude. But I mean, this is Alumiluster, so I mean, this is the real thing. This is what the real helmet has on it. So I wanted to make this helmet as close to screen accurate as possible of any prop I've ever done anyway. Not saying it is screen accurate, but you know, I wanted to do a really good job and try to get all the details right on this. So anyway, I wanted to start adding shadows and fill in some of the crevices with a black alcohol ink, and I really like using alcohol inks. It really kind of lets you cheat. So like, for example, on this helmet, because I did a 2K clear coat over the Alumiluster is all protected, so I could just spray, I could overspray everywhere with the black, and then with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on a rag, I can just wipe away my overspray and it just immediately comes off. So it's kind of a quick, easy trick. It's almost like cheating. You don't have to tape anything off. But yeah, so I did the ears in the black. I think the real one might have like stickers on them. I don't think those are actually even painted, but anyway, I painted them. And then I did the mohawk crevices with a heavy black as well, because you could see a little bit of the red primer down where, you know, the Alumiluster didn't cover and stuff like that. So anyway, I painted those black and then wiped away my overspray, and then I started to get into the weathering. And I weathered this with a clay-colored alcohol ink, and I just really lightly misted it in all of the corners of the helmet, you know, where you would naturally have dirt and grime collect. And you can see there when I got to the cheek, I realized I had missed a step, which I'll go back and fix here in a moment, but now we weathered that back vent up nicely. But what I had missed was the cheeks on the helmet are supposed to be a satin finish, and I realized, well, I can't go weather it until I do the satin finish, so I mixed up a little bit of my 2K clear coat, which would normally give you a very high gloss clear coat, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up and put it in my airbrush, and I'm not going to finish the clear coat. I'm just going to lightly mist it on to the point where it becomes a little bit cloudy, and I'm never going to put enough on where it gives it that nice glossy clear look to it. So if you put it on really lightly, it gives it kind of like a satin finish. And I'm really cheating. And what I should have done is taped the cheeks off and gotten a satin clear coat and, you know, just sprayed it. But I didn't want to go through all the taping and everything. I was just too excited to be done with this prop, so I just mixed up a little bit of clear coat and put it in the airbrush, and it worked really good, actually. But you know, I could have a straight, nice satin line if I had done it with the tape and all that. You can see I also had finished the ears. I had missed the Alumiluster on the top part of the ear, so I went and fixed that off camera and clear coated it all. Alright, and then I get into the isopropyl alcohol weathering. So what I do is I take a small brush, dip it in a little bit of isopropyl, and just give it lots and lots of little droplets all over the alcohol inks that I had been weathering it with. And what that gives you are little water spots, because the alcohol breaks up and kind of forms to the edges of the droplets, but it gives it nice water spotting effect. And then I patted it all down just to make sure there was no nothing wet still on the helmet before I went into doing some acrylic weathering as well. And this was pretty much my last step here. I mixed up a little bit of brown and black acrylic paint and then thinned that out with just a tiny bit of alcohol. And then I just wanted to give it lots of little dirty grime in the corners with the acrylic paint. And you know, a little trick that I picked up from when I had done like Halloween makeup, special effects makeup, I would cut the edges off of a sponge so you don't get like a fine edge. And I didn't like how the brush was giving it like this really flat, finished look, like with the alcohol paint. So I cut the edges of the brush and kind of made it rounded and jagged so that I'd have this stippled look when I painted on the acrylic paint, and it really did the trick well. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole process. I mean, it's actually kind of simple when you think about it because there's not a lot of paint. It's all just one color and then weathering. So, but yeah, I'll try to get some close-up shots here of the weathering, if it'll focus. There we go. Yeah, but you can see it's got the satin finish on the cheeks there. Lots of weathering, the isopropyl and the acrylic. But yeah, turned out really nice. Super happy with it. You can see the reflection of the computer in it. Yeah, nice reflective surface. But yeah, super happy with it. And I'm actually gonna display this next to my Boba Fett helmet, which is kind of cool because I actually met Daniel Logan this last weekend, and he signed my Boba Fett helmet, which I made almost exactly 2 years ago today. So the first helmet I ever made, sitting next to my Din Djarin that's been painted in Alumiluster. It's kind of like, you know, what I was able to do back then to, you know, what I'm able to do now. So it's kind of a cool display. But yeah, hey, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really love sharing the process of, you know, painting these props with you, and love the comments and things like that. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much again. May the force be with you all. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.